Welcome. In this part, we will learn about strings. Yeah, string is one of the common data type in Python. And actually, most of the data are in the form of strings. So why? You post some message or some note or some article actually on LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter. It's in a form of text, right? Yeah. Most data is in the form of text. For instance, yeah, message, tweets, or LinkedIn post, blog post, anything you may imagine. Everything's text, yeah. So since it's so common to everyone, so I don't have to really list down everything. Okay, let's move on. How do we create a variable? How to create a variable? We have learned this a couple of times, but we have to repeat again. How to create a variable? To create a variable, we need single quote, double quote, or triple quote. Now, let's see. For instance, and I think even before we create, how large is actually a variable? How large? A variable, I mean a string, sorry. A string could be a single character or multiple pages. Yeah. Okay, so now, for instance, I can say A or maybe letter. Okay, the letter A, I can maybe define it like this. And as I told you, let's print and see. As I told you, it could be a single quote or double quote. Yeah, maybe I can just use something like this, an A. And sometimes this L is not also a good convention of variable name, so it's better to say letter, and the value for this variable is A. Yeah, that's good. And now, but at the same time, I also want to show you it's possible to use this to define, to create a string, but we use this triple quote when we have multi-line data. If the text goes to multiple lines, it's better to use this. But in this case, even I prefer single quote. My preference is single quote. Now let's see letters. Now maybe we can just practice with the ABC, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, X, Y, Z. Yeah, maybe we can also just add this one also. E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, X, Y, Z. Now, maybe, the reason why I'm just wrote this one is just to show you how large a string could be. And at some point, we may use this alphabet to generate some random ID. Okay, print letters. And then, as you can see, the lowercase and uppercase of all the English alphabets. And print letters, the lengths of the letters, Yes. Yeah, I'm 26 plus 26, it should be. Okay. Now, maybe, how about if I want to change these letters to uppercase or lowercase, maybe, you know? Print letters dot upper. So we have this upper. Now, this we call this one a method. Maybe now there might be a question you may raise. What's the difference between an uppercase and what is this? A method and a built-in function. Maybe I just leave this. What is the difference between a built-in function and a method? Maybe I just clarify here. Built-in function, here we use a built-in function. Built-in function, usually they are standalone. They are just by myself. They are not attached with anything, as you can see. You can just call them without. But methods, they usually comes from an object. So these letters has actually the upper, lower, and many other more methods. Now, dot upper. So methods, usually whenever we use them, there should be dot, as you can see. Yeah, as easy as that. Okay, now as you can see, everything is upper. I change it to upper, everything. Maybe if I want to change everything to lower, lowercase, I will change this to lower. Yeah, as you can see that. Oh, great. Is everything going well so far, guys? Let me know. Okay. This is just, you know, just a string, but how about a kind of a different string? If I have some kind of a sentence, and then I call it Python for every one. Now, if I just print this and change this to lower, of course, you will see everything will be lower. Everything is lower. But how about sentence to title? Title case. Title case is actually changing the first letter, this letter, and then this letter. The first letter of each word will be to uppercase. And even there's even weird. I have never used it. This swap case. It's just if it's a lowercase, change it to upper. If it's upper, it changes it to lower. Something like this. What? Yeah, that's so crazy, as you can see. Yeah. This was lower and everything was changed. Swap. So it just swapped the case. Yeah. And another method, print, I would like to introduce print sentence dot split. If you don't pass anything here, it just split it at the space. And then we will have 3 words. Have you seen that? Now, if you are interested to know the number of words actually, after you split, I can actually split them and store it as words. Words. Look at this. Now I'm splitting them, and then instead I can just print here words. And then I should get as in a list, yeah, words. And then if I want to know the length of the words, again, length and words. Of course, it's 3. Now, because at some point I have asked you, if you are asked to count the 10 most frequent words in Shakespeare book, it might be tough to count it manually, but now everything we're doing actually helps us to solve that problem. Okay, for instance, now, how many E do we get in this? How many E's do you see in this text? I need an answer for that, guys. It's because it's so easy. You can just see it. How many E's? How many?
3.
Yes. Of course, there's a Python method that allows you to know now sentence dot count, and then you just give it E. Someone said it's 3, and then now let's check. Yeah, actually that is. For instance, this kind of calculation actually help somehow, for instance, in gene counting. Maybe I can show you the application for that. Maybe some DNA string generator. Yeah, maybe I may get some. Why is that? Nah, I think they just put it in a. I trust it. Have you seen now? Yeah. Now maybe I will give you this and copy. I call it DNA and something like this. This is the DNA. So DNA is actually made of 3 or 4, actually 3 proteins like this. The cytosine, the guanine, TGA, like TA. We don't worry about that. So, but they are made of this C, G, T, and A. If I ask you to count A or C, let's just count. But by the way, whenever you put something like this instead of single quote or double quote, for such kind of a data, most preferable would be, did I tell you something like the different way of creating? I think would be, this would be more safe. Yeah. Now print the length of this DNA. Yeah, 1000 total characters. And then now let's count A. Length of length of, no, actually it's not like that. DNA dot count and then A. And then I can call this one C. And then I call this G. And then T. Yeah. Now if I print A is actually A, B, B, and C, C, and G, G, T, T. A, C, G. What is this B? We don't have the so-called V anyway. A, C, G, A, C, G, T. No, we don't have this B stuff. Okay, anyway. Now let's run. As you can see, 238, 256, 234. Actually, for a geneticist, the proportion, the percentage of this different amino acid means something. So it will be easy for them to count. So have you seen now? We are almost applying this beautiful count method to solve some real life problem. Yeah, then let's just move on. Now, do you have any question based on this problem? Now, let's just move on then. I think I want to just see my string concatenation. Yeah, one of the most also important stuff when it comes to string, actually, string concatenation. String nation. What does that mean? Actually, it's just merging two strings together. First name, my name, for instance, and then last name. Like this. And if I'm interested in my full name like this, and it will be first name plus last name. And let's see the output by printing full name like this. Yeah, but as you can see, we need a space in between. Where can we get? We can actually add a space like this again as in a string, even though this is actually, yeah, a string, but the string holds empty space. Now let's see. We managed to create this. Can we concatenate numbers? Can we concatenate numbers? For instance, print 4 plus 4. No, this is not string. At the very beginning, they are not strings. So instead of being concatenated, they will be summed up, and the result will be 8. Yeah, everybody should know that. 8. Yeah. Okay, but if I change the data type, this one, for instance, this, something like this, and like this, it's going to be, who can tell me this? They will be concatenated.
String 44.
44. Great. As you can see, it's 44. Yeah. So that's how we concatenate. Actually, even, but it's now, since we are talking about string concatenation looks like this. But we will learn a string interpolation also today, a much elegant way of actually concatenating. And then actually this escape sequence in strings, creating a new line and something like that. For instance, if I say actually print, I love teaching Python. Teaching Python is the most interesting thing. Yeah, maybe, you know, if I just do this, I'm just printing like as in one line. If I want a break in after a full stop, I can do this slash, and the n actually is adding a new line, and then adding a new line. This will create, oh yeah, but I don't need this space. I love, I was expecting more. I am a Sabina, I love teaching. Teaching Python is the most interesting. Have you seen? What did I use actually? Slash and n, new line, to break a new line. Yes, maybe sometimes also at the same time, if we need some tab, for instance, if we need some tab, you can add tab. For instance, break plus tab, break plus tab, something like this. Have you seen that, the tab? Yes. Maybe I can do something different. I can leave this one. This is more, I can call it new line. And how about if tab, I can say print to become a machine learning specialist. You need the following skills. Okay, and now I'm about just to list down. If I'm going to multiple lines, did I tell you that I prefer this? Yes, I prefer this. And then now I can say tab at the first place, Python. And because you're about some mathematics or maybe more of statistics. Maybe some database, maybe MySQL or maybe databases if needed. That's the list. Most of the thing is in Python, all the machine learning, all the different stuffs and the mathematics. Now, let's see anyway, we're not about to just list down everything. To become a machine learning specialist, you need the following skills. Okay, good. Just I'm trying to decorate, yeah? So we create tab using this. What else do we have? This backslash, nowadays it's possible to create backslash. Let me show you. Print, what I can say, people maybe, I do not like to use double quote. Instead, I prefer single quote. Yeah, look at this. I have a problem. Do you see all what you should do if you have like this quote should be closed here? But now Python is confused. Is it closed here or here? So maybe the outer quote should be something like this. One way to solve this problem. Yeah. Or what we should do differently, we can keep this one as it was. And then what we should do, hey, Python, this is not actually the quote to close the string. Please escape this quote. Now, actually, we're skipping this part. Yeah, maybe sometimes also you may find print. People used to say an apple a day keep the doctor away, but I don't believe in this one. Okay. As you can see now, the inner, the cliche or the saying is also in double quote, and the external is on double quote. Now, in this case, maybe we have to change our mind. Maybe I can copy, I have to have a copy of the original. So maybe the outer could be a single quote. And we can make the inner double. In this case, Python cannot get confused. Or maybe what we can do, again, hey, Python, we are not closing it here, skip. We are not closing it here, skip. And then Python actually thinks that the closing it this and opening it this and the closing it this. Yeah. And it should work properly. Okay. Single quote, double quote problem. I think we to skip a single quote, double quote, we did that. And backslash, double backslash. And sometimes, for instance, print, it's hard to be 100% efficient. Oh, wait. I'm just wondering if it, the percentage has been actually rendered, I mean, executed properly. Oh, that's good. Yeah. But if you have sometimes like a problem, what you still do, you use the escape character, because if Python thinks this is like a different operator or something, then you can use this. And as you can see, Python is also thinking that this E is not like, actually the Visual Studio Code thought this is just 10 to the power of something, but still it has been executed. That's okay. But how about if we want to actually print the slash itself, is it possible to print slash in latest version Python? In old version, it was not possible, but now I'm afraid it might be possible. Is it possible to print slash in latest Python? Because now we're using the latest 10 and above, Python 3.10 and above. So that actually does almost, as you can see, still this is possible to be printed out. But previously in old version, to print slash, we have to use 2 slashes. One of the slash is like escape. Hey, this slash doesn't mean anything, just it's a string. But still now this doesn't print 2 of the slashes. Instead, it should print actually 1 of the slash. I think it's just working differently. So I think based on the latest, the backslash doesn't mean anything. So my material also needs some update as I figured out, as you can see. So no need to worry about backslash. Just Python improved itself already, and then so it just print backslash. So no need to add double backslash to print. Oh, I think it's not a backslash actually. It was a forward slash. It could be the problem. I mean, maybe. Let me try. Yes. Yes, I think yes. Still, it's working. Sorry for that. As you can see, as you can see, I use 2 backslash and then just print out. The reason why we use backslash in the old version, it was impossible to print a slash. So, but now I think it's just possible even without using these 2. And so no need to worry about that. Anyway, I figure out this is not anymore that much important. Now, string formatting, we learn different ways of old string formatting. It used to be something like this. It's a bit ugly. I will show you, even I'm not sure if this is important or not, but maybe I think it's better if I copy this and show you instead of like writing. It will take me some time, the writing itself. As you can see, this is my name and my last name and the Python language, okay? All are actually string. So what we should do to concatenate, I am Asabi Nahitaye, just my full name here, and I teach Python. So do you see percent and then S? S refers to actually string. So this one comes in here. This one comes in here. This one comes in here. Okay, and let's try to print. Yeah, I am Asabi Nahitaye. I teach Python. How about if I want age? Maybe everybody knows me as 250, and then I can add actually the age in here. Age, and then of course, maybe I can go further, and then I can say I am. Now, since this is an integer, so a kind of a digit, so we can say I am percent. D refers to the age. And now let's see. I'm 250. Maybe I can add my height. I am percent F. F refers to float, and my height could be around, I'm just very short person. So anyway, 1.73 and height, and then this. Oh yeah, but how do we make this shorter? I think we can use something like this, only 3 digits, or maybe two, just to chop off. If we want to keep only 2 digits, I think that's how we use. Have you seen that? And this is the old way and the ugly way of string formatting. I don't use it. I use this maybe the first time when I was learning Python 8 or 9 years ago. But it's good to know because there might be old code you may need to maintain. Or maybe when you read on the internet, you may get some very important code that has been written long time ago. So it's good to know. And it doesn't take that much energy also to know this. Yeah, so as you can see, if it's a string, %ace, if it's number, number specifically integer, it's D, like a digit or decimal. And if it's a float, it's F. To chop off some of the digits, you can use dot and the amount of digits you want to keep. Great. Yeah, let's move on. We use this material all the way. So actually, I had a very good example here. As you can see, radius, pi, area. Pi times radius square, and then the area of something like this. I think you can try it out that. Now, the new style formatting. Okay, now I think I may ask you here, for instance, if I want to say something like this. I am a full stack developer based in Helsinki, Finland. I am 250 years old. And that's good enough just to teach string formatting. I mean, new string formatting or F string. I just want to take this as in a note. Okay, new style, string formatting. Okay, this is string.format. That's not my type, but I will show you this one again. But I can just write it by myself all over again. First name, we have it, or do we have it somewhere? Yeah, we have it here, as you can see, age, and even it's here. We don't have to rewrite that all over again. But we don't have about the country. Do we have country? No. Finland. And do we have the city? City. And it's Helsinki. Okay. We have age and position or role. Position, full stack developer, full stack. Okay. I think that would be good enough. So I can copy this. What you should do actually, you just do this. Yeah, just make it to string. And do you see dot string dot format? And then you pass this value. How do you pass? First name. What is that? First name, last name, country, city, position, maybe, yeah, it doesn't matter. Actually, order matters. Order matters. Name, name, so city, country. And then even as you can see here, position is here because order matters. City, and the last is actually the age. Age. Now I don't need this, and instead I should replace it with this symbol, and then this will be this. But as you can see, again, I have to have for first name goes here, Last name goes here. Position, full stack developer here, city here, and then so of course I have to remove it. And then here, just empty curly bracket, and then here. But it seems a bit weird. How many times do I have this? I don't need this one. Now let's try to print this. Yeah, as you can see, we managed to inject the data to our string, the dynamic data. And if we want to do, yeah, that's one. The one method, it's the new method. But as you can see also how we managed to do some kind of a calculation over here. For instance, like if you have A is equal to 4 and B is equal to 3, maybe sometimes you would print something like that, A plus B is equal to A times B, you know, A times B, something like that. So how do you do that? Actually, you do this format, A, B, A plus B, so A plus B. And then let's see the value. Yeah, 4 plus 3 is equal to 7. That's great. Now we can just duplicate this and create for all the different kind of arithmetic operation. And then this one usually multiplication, but you know, I can use this for instance, but here literally it should be that star. And then here the division if I want. And then of course division. And then if I want modulus and exponentiation also, for instance, this floor division, what did I open? This, maybe modulus first, modulus, and then floor division, and then the last exponentiation, and then maybe I can say this one, this symbol maybe. But here, of course, it should be this. And then if I run this one, as you can see, 4 plus 3, 7, 4 minus 1, 4 minus 3, 1, 4 by 3, 12, 4 divided by 3, 1.33. The remainder of this one, and the floor division of this also 1 for the power of 364. Yeah, that's great. And then yeah, it has been actually formatted using this string.format method. If we have seen this, I will move on to the one and the best. And you found this, the string interpolation. This is the one, my favorite, and I just love this one. Okay. I will show you also with this one. How do we now we are looking at the third method. We call it F string or string interpolation. It's almost the same. In this case, we just need F. You just need F. And you don't have to use this format, whatever. You just remove everything. And instead, you inject the data right there. First name, last name, the data itself, and position, and city here, and again, country, and here age. So as you can see, we are just injecting the data. What is this? What's the problem in here? Maybe I think we need, what is that? Okay. Was not closed. I thought I closed it over here. Maybe we don't need that dot. Yeah, as you can see, it goes something like this, and it should work, and it's working. How can we change this? And in this case also, it's the same. Now, instead of just this format, for instance, A should come in here. A, 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 A. B should come in here. B, 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 B. And the calculation also should come in here. And we don't need this formatting part. Just inject the data. And of course, we need the F string. Of course, I forgot to apply F string for all of them. So what I did actually, I am converting what we had, this one, to the very latest, the string interpolation way of injecting data to a string. And then here also, we may not need, I think these are all similar, so I can just select all them and destroy. It was up to here. I think it was a very good journey. Yes. Yes. Can I? Yeah. And then maybe, then it will be much faster just changing this part. I mean, sometimes I use that and then I have to, of course, close it and then remove. Again, I think now I can. So what I'm trying to do actually, close up to here, then
I
here.
think this is the wrong place, right? This is the new formatting. This is the second method that you're editing now.
Oh, no. I think I'm just somewhere else. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes, I think. Yeah, it should be here. I was trying to remove this one in a more faster way, but I was actually destroying somewhere else. It seems we can destroy it up to here, and we can remove this one, and then again, maybe this, since this is BB. Oh, I think we managed to.
There is one A missing there in the third line.
Yes, A, and yeah, so kind of this would be, I love this one, guys. I just really love this. So it's so easy to inject data, and most of the time when I'm supposed to inject data to a string, I use this, and it's the latest way, the latest. But some developers, even like very professional, very they use also this one. Wherever I go, I use people using this one format. Both are okay. Okay, now let's move on further. Python string sequence character. I think this one, as you can see, Python is like, I mean, a string is also like a sequence, like a list. This string actually has some kind of a sequence. The first character has an index 0. So what does that mean? If you write print, and as in like Python, and if you do this, to gate the first p-value, you just use this, and then actually p, and then if you do 1, actually I will get y, and something like that, 2 up to the end. So that means this character got index, and the index starts from 0. Accessing, as you can see, I'm trying to access the p Python. I'm getting 1, and then it should give me y. It's y. How about if I'm interested to get the last index, this one? The last index, maybe I think I should write it down and show me the last index is really very important. the first value, language, and then a 0, of course. The second value, print language, and what? Yeah, so far so good, I believe. Yeah, py. But how about this one? Okay, maybe 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can say print language 5, and then you make it n, right? N. But sometimes it might be hard to count if the length of the string is so long. So we have to find more dynamic way and the generic way. So last index is actually len language length -1. The reason why we say -1 because we are starting counting from 0. So now let's try print Python language, and then if I last index, I should get again n. Yes. This is something. And we can also do negative indexing. What does that mean, negative? Okay. Negative indexing actually is starting from the other side, from this. So if we start from this, -1 would be the last index, -1. Let me show you. Yeah. And then now -2 would be the second last. This one. Something like that. Can we also, I mean, kind of slice py? Let's slice py in a more positive way. I mean, in a positive indexing language dot something like this. And where shall we start? If I start from 0 and if I stop up to the 7s, I mean the 6, actually this means printing everything from the beginning to the end. Yeah, but it doesn't include 6. It's not inclusive. Let's see, Python, that's great. But how about if I have only 5, then n might be excluded. Oh, that's great. Then if I go 4, as you can see, yeah, then what it means actually, 0, 1, 2. So it's not inclusive at 2, but you can just write 2. Then that will actually print py. How about if I want to print out phone, something like that? Print language. And then first I have to know the starting 0, 1, 2. So I have to start at 1. And then end, since I'm about to slice up to the end, I don't have to mention actually the end. I think I have destroyed some code here. So I can leave it like this and it should work. Huh? Why is y? I mean 0, 1, 2. Yeah, it should be 2. I should have started from 2. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, that is how we extract, I mean, access, slice a string. Reverse a string. Do we have a method itself to reverse? Actually, there's a tricky way of reversing a string. So you don't have to really think about how it works. If you do this, something like this, you just print out the string itself like this. But if you give it a minus, something like this, actually, you will reverse that string, something like that. Reverse a string. Skipping characters while slicing. As you can see now, instead of, maybe I can show you here by just copying. We have now the Python, the language, starting from 0 to the end, but not like the step is not 1, instead it's 2. For instance, P, then we have to skip Y, then it will be T, and then we have to skip H, then it will be O, then we will not have PTO, something like that. Yeah, even you can increase also this sequence if you want, I mean the step. So we can skip some characters or some indexes. Now, as you can see, gradually we managed to reach to the string methods. Or of course, we have used some string methods already. For instance, we didn't use the capitalize. I just change everything from T to capitalize, actually just capitalize the first word of the string, just the first word. We have seen the count, it just count the number of a character or a string. Yeah, th, for instance, how many times do I have th? Th here and th in here, 2 times. Ends with, it's very important, this ends with. Okay. Oh, Finland, country is equal to Finland. And maybe I think now, since string methods, it's a bit mixed up. Print country dot ends with land. Is Finland ends with land? Yes. True. Is Finland ends with end? Yes, actually. Is Finland ends with the letter D? Yes, that's true. And then we can also check country starts with, and then does Finland starts with Fin? Of course, yes. And print, maybe instead of writing all over again, how about if I copy this and then do this? How about Fi? Is it starting with Fi, Finland? Is it starting with F? Yes, so we can check if actually a character or a string starts with or ends with in a certain string. Yeah, that's ends with and starts with, we have seen that. And here actually expand tabs. We have here, as you can see, tab, right? Do you remember to create a tab? And then when we say expand tab, actually just expand the tab. Maybe I will show you how it works. Print the challenge. Now I have just tab, this tab. Yeah, but we can actually expand that tab. Expand tabs. Okay, without the amount of space needed, let's see by default. Does it add any? No, because this add already some tab, but if I ask, hey, add 10 spaces again, have you seen this is wider than the previous? Yeah. How about 25 or something? It will be expanded. So it just add extra spaces. I think this one is almost 25. Maybe I can check how large is that. Print dot length. It's not actually. I mean, 19. So 25. Yes, because 19, and how much do we have here? I just wonder if they're equal. Yeah, because some of the spaces are taken by their letters. For instance, this one is, larger, and we had 19. This are actually shorter, and we got bigger. So it just, anyway, it has equal spaces with the text. It's not that much of a very important method. Now let's move on. Find, actually. Maybe we can just keep the challenge there. 30 days of challenge. We're writing it many times. And now if I'm looking for print challenge, don't find th. If I'm looking for th, as you can see, the th found at the very beginning, so it should be 0 index. It should give me the 0 index, but we have actually another th here. How do we get that one? Yeah, the last occurrence could be right. That means in the right side, right find. By the way, index work the same. Let me show you. How about we just index and also change this to index? Do we get the same? 0, 17, 0, 17. But the difference is actually index raise error when the string is not there. For instance, if I change this to the, it will fail. Have you seen error? Okay, undo. But if I change this to the, it doesn't find, doesn't raise. Instead, it gives -1. So I'm in favor of find most of the time instead of index. Now we are actually learning this different methods that have the same application, the same use case, but I prefer the find. Find, it doesn't just raise an error. Instead, when there is no value found, the value is -1. That's good. Okay. We have learned about the formatting last time, so we don't have to string. I have covered it now. String, I mean this index and right index. Is alphanumeric? These are also good. I don't see most people are using this, but they're really important to solve some complicated problems. Is alphanumeric? I will show you something. Let's say some word, okay? And this word is actually, I call it a book, yeah? So if I say print word alphanumeric, no, what was the method like? Yeah, is alpha. So it's like is alphanumeric. Yeah, actually, this is alphanumeric. True. This is alphanumeric. Or you can say, is it alpha? Yes, it's just all alphabet. Is it numeric? Is it numeric? Is numeric? I think everybody should say it by now. What do you think? Is it going to be Boolean, true or false?
False.
It should be false because you have to be also a bit logical. As you can see, we have text and this is not going to be. Is it digit? Is it digit? I think it's also going to be false. But maybe I didn't show you 1, 2, 3. And then how about now? Is it digit? No, because it's a mix of letters and numbers. But how about if I change this also? How numeric is numeric. What do you think about this? For me, still false.
Both.
How about this one? Is it numeric?
Yes.
Yeah, that one is yes, because as you can see, this one is numeric and at the same time, it is also digit. I'm not sure what's the difference between numeric and digit. This also digit. How about if we say ABC and is alpha numeric? This also should be true because the is alphanumeric means no, is it not alphanumeric? Yes, this alphanumeric should be true because alpha part, numeric part. Is alpha, do you think is it alpha? No, because it has also some number. Yeah, so I think you got it. So you don't have to remember all these methods in one go. As you can see, also it is decimal, is digits, is numeric, is identifier. By the way, this allows you to identify if some text is actually a proper Python variable or not. Let me show you. I can call it variable. How about first name? So print variable is that. It is identifier, I think. Is it a valid identifier? Is it a valid variable name? Yeah, it's true, right? It's true. How about instead if I change this to a minus, it should be false because that's not, yeah. And maybe I can keep that one. But how about if I start with some number here? Now it should be false. Yeah, so this actually allows us to identify if it's a valid or not. Okay, is lower to check if everything is lower, if everything is also upper. For instance, let's check print book. If I say is upper, it should be true. And if I say is lower, everything should be is lower. Everything should be false. I mean, it should, because as you can see, every letters are actually small, so it should be false. Yeah. Okay, now the join. Maybe I can show you just by copying this code from here. And now what I have created there, these are some web technology skills. And if we want to join this together, first we have to create an empty space like this and dot join. What do we join? We want to join all this together, and then we should get something like this. Now, as you can see, we don't have anything. We just want them to be joined with a space. How about if we want them to be joined with a question mark? Or maybe with just hash. Or maybe like with the proper English, comma separated by space, something like that. Yeah, this is more elegant. So the join allow us actually to join list to string. And this join still is a string method. Stripe is really good. Sometimes we may stripe some parts of a text or maybe some parts of a space. Okay, let's do that. Maybe let's see. As you can see, challenge.stripe NOTH. Where do we have this NOTH? But I think, what is that? I just want to see how. It seems it has some error for me when I see it. 30 days of Python, and if yeah, as you can see, this start, if you see a stripe starting from here, then NOTH. A bit weird here. Now, I would say this was not a very good example to put it even there. Would be good, for instance, Python. And let's just simplify that. And let's just do this step by step. For instance, we may have some space like this. Print. And now let's try to run. Have you seen we have some space here, but with the stripe, I think it's a strip. We managed to remove this space. How about if we have actually in both sides? Of course, in this case, we don't see the additional space because sometimes we may use, for instance, if I use this one, right, a strip, it may not strip this one. Look at this. What? Yes, as you can see, it was not stripped off. But if I use left, it should be stripped off. Yeah, it has been stripped off. Thus, the space has been removed. And so we can use left and right to just remove the empty spaces in both sides. For me, I don't use left or right. I usually just use strip off from every side. Just that's safe for me. I found it very safe to use from both sides. For instance, if I say just strip off at just off, let's see how this work actually. Now maybe we can just make this shorter and solve Python. Oh, actually it didn't make any difference because there is no off that is at the end. Yeah, so let's try with on this part. Yeah, have you seen that? So it should be actually something related to the beginning or the end to make use of this strip off. So as you can see, there's this on, so it has been chopped off. The previous example that I gave, this, I don't know why I put this challenging example over there. Now I figure out how that works. How this work actually, do you see from this side there's NN. All the NN will be chopped off, including O, because they are at the end. And then it stop at PY. As you can see, N, all these N and all the O and all the THs are also part of this. And then it doesn't stop in here. At the very beginning, we have also TH. This part will be removed. And then we will be left off of what? As you can see, we will be left off this one. This up to here. Yeah, but I think the most used case of this strip, you just remove empty space from the beginning and the end. Replace, sometimes we want to replace something, you know. Yes. Print. I like people. I like people. You guys. People are great. Oh, yes, something like that. So now I just want to replace this like to maybe more love. Let's just take it a bit higher level, you know? Yes. And now I love people because people are great. How about if we have more? Maybe we can also, by the way, you can even chain. Replace. There's these people. How about if we change people to animal? Yes, the love of animal. I'm not sure. Okay. I love animal because animals are great. Animals. Yeah. So we can even chain the methods. Chaining, as you can see now, I'm chaining method after method. We call it chaining. Yeah, great. A split, we have seen this method already. Just split at some point. For instance, you want to split it by the space or at any point you want. For instance, I can store this data, by the way, some statement text. I can store it like this. Yeah. You want to see what it looks like? Let's see. Yeah, I love animals because animals are great. Now, words text dot split. This means like add empty, but you can also add something like this, but without any argument. It should work. Of course, we should see the print words. Yeah, I love animals because animals are great. Nice. But sometimes before you chop your strings to list, you may clean the data. For instance, you can remove the dot. If you have a plan to count the number of words, the number of labs, the number of animals, the number of I in the text. Yeah? Oh, okay. But how about if I want to chop this text, split at somewhere where, for instance, because I want to chop it at because, at the conjunction maybe. Let's see. Then we will have, yeah, I love animals. Animals are great because these are actually what is this? The main clause? Yeah, so the main sentences that were conjugated by this conjunction because. Okay, let's move on. How did I tell you that? There's the so-called title swap case starters with. Now I would say congratulations for finishing the string and the string methods. It was so bulky. And I don't expect you to remember all the methods. Watch this video again or go through the material and it will become second nature. Yeah, I think that's what I would say.